Greetings everyone, I'm back for my 1 week thoughts and ideas on my one book July for 2015. Now, from those of you who see my first video, this is the book that I chose to use. It is a lovely creme brulee leather in dark chocolate by Jennifer Harvey over at Chic, Sparrow. And this is the deluxe in the personal size. So it has the secretarial pockets in the front and the back, and it has the added pen loop, and it has this really wonderful white contrast stitching. It has been an interesting week. Well, actually, it's been a little bit longer than a week. I started this on Monday of last week, which was the 29th, I think. I'd have to look in my calendar, but I don't have that. It's in my notebook. So I've roughly been using this for 10 days. Yes, Monday was the 29th. So, and you can hear my little puppies here with me. I'll post a photo of him at the end. He's being just incredibly adorable. So I've been using my one pen, and it is a Muji, and it is, turn it the other way. Let's see if that helps. There it is. It's a 0.5. I love this pen, and I chose this pen for a reason, because I like the way it looks, I like the way it feels. It's a light pen, it's not a heavy pen, and it's not too thick and not too thin. Great pen to use. Another reason why I'm glad I chose it is, as you can see, I have many of them. We don't have a store that carries Japanese stationery, pens and all of that type of stuff. So I had to order it, and it's easier to order a bunch of 10. And now that I have all these 10, I can just order the refills. So I think that's great. So I can have a pen in my bag, a pen with my Sparrow. I can have a pen, a couple of pens in my office, a couple of pens here at the desk. If my partner, oh wait, fiance now, so that is something new that has happened. My fiance, if he needs a pen, can take a pen. So yeah, so there's lots of Muji pens floating around, so that's great. So I always know that I will have one for me. The one thing that was a challenge was this friction blue highlighter. There was, I left it actually at work on Thursday, and so it meant I did not have it Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, because Monday I teach at the University of Tulsa. I don't teach at the conservatory. So, and I mean, I could have gone back to get it, but what I ended up doing was using lots of little post-it notes, like some of these, and some of these different colors. These I got at, of all places, Walgreens. They're kind of like the Target ones, like the Target ones. They're really cute colors, but they're not the stickiest. So I've been using a removable glue stick with them if it's something that I need to keep in for a little while. So I used these until I was able to get my highlighter for a few things that I needed it. So yeah, next time maybe I'll buy a couple of different highlighters. So the pens have been actually going pretty well. So there has been a few changes to my notebook. Let's open her up and see what we have. So I have something in the front pocket, and it is you can see it's the Whole Foods July, what they're doing, their different like different lunch things, a raw cooking class. Actually, that's one thing that we're going to be doing next week, I think. Smoothie class sounded kind of good. The morning mate, or the Mate Monday, that sounds like something fun. And the reason I have this is we started a 21 clean program. So what you see, the first book is a little bit different. In the last one, the last video, I had this book, and this is my Simple and Beautiful Month on 2 Pages by Marcia Bramucci. May was a busy, crazy month, I remember that. And the reason this isn't in the book anymore, I love her layout. I love, love, love her layout so much. But it only has through December in it, and then the note pages. I wish more people would do that, would put notes at the end or gridded or something instead of just blank paper. I mean, the blank paper is nice, but I like that idea. So the reason this isn't in the notebook anymore is because this is the monthly diary, the Ray Blake 2 years with the month on 2 pages. What is in here, everything that I had in July in here was in here. Everything I had in August was in here, Everything through the end of the December that I had in this book was in here. So I had 2 notebooks that had exactly the same stuff in it, except this one has all of the stuff that I have already planned for the spring semester school year, and then some. So I decided, even though I love the layout of this, set her away, the functionality of this one out. And I can always, rechange the cover. I mean, I did these myself, so I can just, pop the staples out and, pick another color. I picked this because it was for the conservatory for work, so it's a pretty neutral color. So that's different. Now this one stayed the same. Since we're on that 21 clean cleanse, I can't have coffee, but there's certain types of teas I can have. And so I went to Starbucks the other day, and they had this lovely card for this new private selection or like small lot reserve coffee. And so I picked up the card just because I thought it looked cute, and because I had the Peru one, so I've got the Peru and the Brazil now. I really like the colors and the design, so it's there. I've got some Post-it notes, and it's my typical week on 2 pages. And nothing in here has changed. I did make a few mistakes, and so I had to use some whiteout tape on it. So that is that. That hasn't changed. Now, something that has changed is what I had in here next was I had this folder, or actually, this was in this folder at the very beginning. So I took the folder out, and I took that calendar out. And I have a lot of Post-it notes here. Because I think I had way too many Post-it notes in there. I can always just grab, as you can see, Post-it notes at the desk, or even I love these ones, these full sheet. These are great for shopping lists. I have Post-it notes, so I didn't feel I needed to carry that many Post-it notes, and I really wasn't carrying anything in this folder other than it being around this book. So I took that out. Now, I did have, in this spot right here, I had this little notebook. And it was the one that, I talked about George Philip Telemann, birth and death dates, and I had some, YouTube video ideas. And I did jot a few things down, and a few different things in it. But I really wasn't using it. And so it was, quite a thick notebook. It's a 60 some odd page notebook that I, printed and made myself. Yeah, it's like 60 pages. So I decided to take that out because I wasn't using it. And if I need it, I'll set it at my desk, but I don't think I'm going to need it at the moment. But this is something new that I added. Since we are on the clean cleanse, I decided to make my own lined notebook, cover it with some cardstock. I think that will be enough paper for this month. We'll see. This has stayed the same, except I think it was around one of the earlier books. It is my cash I'm paying for cash with everything, so that way I can really track my spending. It looks like a lot of cash in there, but it's just a lot of singles and a few other larger bills. Now, in this folder, I've just got some of my receipts. Since we've been doing the clean, there's like certain things that we have to get that we can only get at Whole Foods, and I just want to track to see, you know, when we buy certain types of groceries at Whole Foods, you know, how much is it really more expensive than the other store. And then I've got my Hobonichi stencils in this other pocket. There's my IDs and debit cards and all that fun stuff. And this is something new. I took a piece of cardstock, and what I did is, since I felt I had way too many Post-it notes, and so what I did was I took some of the different flags and some of the different size Post-it notes, because here's 2 different there, and some more of those. And these are great. They are the super sticky ones, and the whole entire sheet is sticky except for this little bottom tab. And so I kept them here, and so it also kind of acts kind of like a writing board, because it's thicker, and it's, you know, flat back there, and I can move it behind a notebook, or I can take the notebook out when I'm writing. So that's what I have right now in my Chic Sparrow for my one book July. I'd love to hear how everyone else is doing with their one book Julys. I've seen a few videos that have popped up within the last day or two, and I always think it's interesting to see what we learn. And I learned I was carrying all of this extra stuff with me in this notebook that I just don't need. So I'm glad I discovered that. So if you have a question or a comment, leave it in the comments below, and I will get back with you. Thanks. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.